this category. Let's see if these athletes contest a match in the same manner, or see if we see more points being scored. Radik Isaev of Azerbaijan versus Rafael-Castillo of Cuba. Isaev, the Azerbaijan athlete, is a current European champion and took a bronze at the World Championships in 2013. Same championships, Castillo from Cuba was crowned world champion. Earlier this year at the Mexico Open, he took a gold medal, and later, actually early but late in 2014, he took gold at Costa Rican Open. Radik Isaev, the 26-year-old from Azerbaijan, versus Rafael Castillo of Cuba, who's 22 years of age. Cuban, taller. So Azerbaijan in blue, Cuba red. World champion against European champion. Much faster movement there from the Cuban. He's out, this means business. Much more action than in the first semi-final. Kicking to the body. Cuban's here, and it means business. He's already got the first point. Azerbaijan staggers there. Second point to the body. A contrasting match to what we saw in the first semi-final. Goes high, and again, opponent down to the floor. No point to score, but Rafael Castillo is here, and he means business. He's determined to qualify for the final. Isaev takes a Kyongo, goes for a big punch, a strong punch, a little bit wild. Not accurate enough to score. But Castillo again looking. Gets a measure, goes in high again, and a hooking action. Fast head shot. Moves in with a strong punch, closing his opponent down. Referee a little bit casual there. Isaev tries another punch. Strong kick to the body, but the Cuban leans the body out of the way so that the impact is reduced. Nice kick off the back leg, registers well but doesn't score. Castillo's just slowed down a little bit now after that initial outburst of activity. Slowed down a little bit, weighing his opponent up. Radik Isaev hasn't really got into this game as yet. Tries a rabbit kick. It's a disapproving look from the referee, but no Kyongo. Castillo comes off the back leg, taking his opponent out of the ring. He manages to stay in. Referee just intervenes. Castillo thinks it's the end of the round. He's at 17 seconds yet. Rapid kick off the back leg. We heard the sound, but it doesn't score. Well, that was a much better start than the first semi-final. In the 87-kilogram division, the defending world champion with fast kicks to the body into the head. 2-point lead. Radik Isaev from Azerbaijan. Lucky that some of those headshots didn't impact. they were strong and fast. One, it would have hurt a great deal, but there would have been a few head points. It would have been worth 3 points each. And you can see Castillo trying to push his opponent out with a kick. Turn the Kyongo against him. Radik Isaev does well to stay in the contest area. Isaev's there, waiting for Castillo. Second round underway. We've seen Castillo switch off that front leg to the back leg kick, and the punch closes down with the punch combination. Double kicks come in. Isaev again does well to stay in the ring. Isaev trying to score in close when he gets the opportunity. A little bit of a hold of the leg there. Again, that movement with the Cuban athlete moving away, that's to take any impact off. Goes for the body again for a combination. Azerbaijan athlete on the referee's blind side, trying to bring up the holding, clearly held there. He clearly held the leg of the Cuban. It looks like he's going to get a warning. No, the referee doesn't give the warning to either player, either the Azerbaijan athlete for holding or the Cuban for going to the floor. Just getting a little bit messy now, but still plenty of activity. Castillo jabbing out off the front leg. Again, Isaev holds, tries a close in range kick. Gets a second Kyongo. And now Castillo has a 4-point lead. The Cuban's action slowed down, but he's still jabbing that front leg out. Almost knocking his opponent over. Slowed right down, but he's holding that center ground. Isaev can't find a way in. Isaev tries a close range kicks, trying to get inside the long reach of Castillo. He gets another point, jabbing that front leg out. Isaev almost looking at that front leg, then just a quick check of the scoreboard, see how much time he's got left. Castillo 5 points. Isaev 0. Cuban finding his way through the Azerbaijani's defense to steal points off the front leg. Isaev looking frustrated by the world champion. Looking not to be penalised for holding the leg. Now, will Rafael Castillo be comfortable with that lead and play defensively in this last round? Or will he try to add to it? Isaev needs to come forward, he needs to be attacking, he needs to try and get some points back. But so far we haven't seen anything that's looked like he's going to score against his Cuban opponent. Isaev's there waiting for Rafael Castillo. Last round of this semi-final. Cuba versus Azerbaijan. Goes up for the headshot. Even though Castillo is just going to this fun fencing technique, it's much stronger, and it then rapidly comes off his back leg. So he's frustrating his opponent. Not letting go, goes up for the head, and again a hold. This time penalised for it for holding. Isaev just can't find his way in, held the leg again, tries a rabbit kick. And the referee saw that this time. He's used to seeing it penalised. So Castillo with a 6-point lead. Isaev goes high and scores. Local crowd sympathetic there. Keeps him in the match. Did seem to be a little bit of a hold again. And there. So rather than parrying cleanly his opponent's leg away, does seem to be holding. But it's brought him back into the match, just 3 points behind, with less than a minute in the last round. Castillo's getting a warning himself now. Breathing heavily. Castillo looks at the scoreboard, gets tied. Isaev goes high. If that had impacted, the score would have been tied. Rafael Castillo just seems to be exhausted now, leaning back off, looking for the counter on the way in. Isaev's got 30 seconds to break through the Cuban defenses, goes high again. Castillo gets another warning. There's 2 points difference now. Needs to be more proactive. He slowed right down. He's resorted to holding, and he's been penalised for it. Isaev's trying now at last to go those headshots. Castillo spoiling, getting in close in the clinch. Referee lets it go on this occasion. Isaev fighting close range, goes in for the headshot and gets it. The very last kick of the match. And completely, amazingly, Radik, Isaev of Azerbaijan has taken that match. Rafael Castillo, so dominant throughout the first round and most of the second round, just seemed to run out of stamina. Tried to spoil Isaev's game and ends up being kicked in the head with the very last kick of the match. Well, if his opponent had to kick him, he'd be kicking himself now. Completely against the form for most of that match. Radik, Isaev has claimed his place in the final against Isaev-Castillo, Azerbaijan versus Uzbekistan. The 28-year-old versus the 26-year-old. What an upset. Rafael Castillo of Cuba, the reigning world champion, is reigning world champion no more. Amazing that Isaev gets all those headshots in right at the end of the match. Doesn't really try anything too spectacular for the vast majority of the game, but punishes Rafael Castillo for not having the strength and the stamina and the endurance in the third round. Reigning coach there, now coaching Azerbaijan, delighted to have a player in the finals of the World Championships.